Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Sri Lanka University Sports Association, let me warmly and heartily welcome each and every one of you to the IDUS Celebrations 2020 in Sri Lanka. Today marks a great milestone for the fraternity of Sri Lanka University Sports. If I say why, because for the first time in Sri Lanka, we are celebrating the International Day of University, with the sole purpose of promoting university sports values beyond the competitive sports in the arenas of educational, cultural, and many other prominent facets, where the importance is given to collaborate the sports excellence together with the academic excellence and bonding of the true spirit of sportsmanship. And today, as we celebrate this exceptionally special day, which is dedicated to the university sports sphere, I must happily say that we celebrate this special day across the world together. Well, our forefathers believed that the light emitting from an oil lamp would ward off evil and bless an occasion with prosperity. Thus, being in line with our age-old traditions, let us now light the oil lamp. I must say today, the oil lamp would take a special appearance with the FISU logo to ignite the sportsmanship across the country and across the world. In order to light the oil lamp, let me warmly invite our chief guest for the day, the Senior Professor Janitha A. Liyanage, the Vice Chairperson, University Grants Commission. The guest of honor, Senior Professor Nilanthi De Silva, Vice Chancellor, University of California. Mr. Amal Ediri Surya, Director General of Sports, Department of Sports Development, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. The President of the University Sports Association, Dr. Chandrakanta Mahendranathan. The keynote speaker, Senior Professor Tilak P.D. Gamage. The panelists, Senior Professor S.R.D. Kalingamudali. The panelist, Professor Tharaka Dasanayaka. Panelist, Dr. N.G.R. Perera. Panelist, Mr. Kaushal Manavadu. Vice President SLUSA, Mr. K.R.D.C. Ratnamudali. Vice President SLUSA, Mr. R.J. Vellassa. Vice President SLUSA, Mr. S.U. Wijayaweera. Secretary General SLUSA, Mrs. Rohini Puanasingham. Treasurer SLUSA, Mrs. Ramani Kulatilaka. Recorder SLUSA, Mr. G.G.U. Samankumara. FISU Student Ambassador 2020-2021, Mr. Ranoj Norbert. FISU Student Ambassador 2020-2021, Mr. Themir Damruan. And the President of the Sports Council, University of California, Mr. Malintha Chandrasena, representing all the university students. Please oblige. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to pay tribute to our motherland. Please rise for the national anthem.
Sri Lanka Mata, Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata. Sundara Sidarini, Surani Ati Sobamana Lanka, Ranya Dhanaya Nekamal Valaturu Vidaya Bhumiyaranya, Appa Hatta Sapa Siri Setta Sadhana, Jeevana Mata, Vilikanu Mena Appa Bhakti Puja, Namo Namo Mata. Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata. Obame Appa Vidya, Obamaya Appa Satya, Obame Appa Shanti, Appa Hada Tula Bhakti, Oba Appa Aloke, Appa Giri Anuprane, Oba Appa Jeevanale, Appa Muktiya Obave, Nava Jeevana Devini, Nitila Appa Buddhu Karan Mata, Jnana Veeda Vadavani Naragena Yanu Mena Jaya Bhumi Para, Vikramavaka Kedanu Kala Bhavina, Yamu Yamu Vinopama, Prema Vada Sarvadena Durala, Namo Namo Mata. Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata.
We'll now move on to welcoming the gathering. So for that, I would like to invite the key lady figure of SLUSA, the president of SLUSA. She is currently a senior lecturer in botany at the Faculty of Science of the Eastern University in Butterklow. She has had many years of experience in the field of tertiary education, and her research interests mainly revolve around plant and post-harvest pathology, industrial and environmental microbiology, and food microbiology. She has traveled to numerous international conferences around the world where she has presented her research while at the same time held positions in many important committees and branches of the Eastern University. She was appointed as the president of SLUSA on the 23rd of January 2020 and will continue to carry on her duties all the way until the end of 2020 with the conclusion of the 14th slug that will be hosted by the Eastern University itself. She's also had the privilege of being appointed as the chairperson of the June project conducted by the South Asian University Sports Federation, involved in organizing a home walkathon, a marathon, during the recent lockdown period. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me warmly invite Dr. Mrs. Chandrakanta Mahendranathan, the President of the Sri Lanka University Sports Association, to welcome the gathering.
Very good morning to one and all. Just excuse me for the inconvenience just because of my height. which is not at all suitable for the sports, I think. Anyway, I'm privileged to be here. Again, very good morning to all of you. I would like to welcome, first of all of you for the historical important day in Sri Lanka. Oh, thank you so much. In Sri Lanka, of course, why to say a historical important day today is the for the first ever in Sri Lanka, the SLUSA is celebrating this memorable day, the International Day of University Sports. So being the new president of SLUSA, I'm so privileged and I'm pleased to be here with you all at this wonderful occasion. Let me take this opportunity on behalf of SLUSA to welcome, first of all, our chief guest, the senior professor, Janita A. Udayanga, the vice chairperson of the University Grants Commission. And secondly, I'm so honored and I'm pleased to welcome the guest of honor of this event, the senior professor, Nilanthi De Silva, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Kelaniya. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate ma'am for being the first ever female Vice Chancellor of University of Kelaniya. So great, too glad to say this, being a female again. So I'm so pleased. Then I'm also so happy to welcome Mr. Amal Edrisuriya, the Director General of Sports, Department of Sports Development, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. Welcome, sir, to this memorable day. Next, I would like to welcome our keynote speaker, none other than our professor, senior professor, Tilak P. Gamage, who is a great former president of SLUSA. Welcome you, sir, here to this wonderful day. And next to that, so happy and privileged to welcome all our 4 panelists, very eminent panelists who are going to be the backbone of this day, the 4 panelists here. Very warm welcome to you all. Then the first one, the senior professor, S.R.D. Kalinga Mudali. Then the professor, Taraka Dasanayaka. Then the Dr. N.G.R. Perera. And the 4th panelist, Mr. Kaushama. I'm sorry if I spelled the name incorrect. Apologize me. Kaushani Manavadu. So all the panelists, very warm welcome for this historical important day. Being the panelists, I think you have a tough job as well while the discussion of this SLUSA day. Then next to that, I would like to extend my warm welcome to the directors of the physical education departments of all universities who are here, all 15 universities of Sri Lanka, with their colleagues, that instructors, as well as the students. You all are most welcome to this wonderful day. Then I would like to invite, I would like to welcome the chairmen of the sports advisory boards of all universities, as well as the members of the sports advisory boards of all universities. Also, I would like to welcome the instructors as well from all the universities. And also, I think I would be miss my duty if I don't say a warm welcome to the non-academic staff who have been helping throughout all these days to have this wonderful event in these universities, this big hall, actually making all the arrangements. So all of you, the most welcome from SLUSA here. And then also, I would like to congratulate, as well as I would like to welcome all the students, particularly the working committee of the International Day of the University Sports Day, the committee who have been working so hard all these days, and not even just hard, very smart work I have seen in the WhatsApp groups and all the social media, the way you have been taking all these challenges to make this day a wonderful, actually. With a big salute, I congratulate, and also I welcome all these students who are being so smart to have this wonderful day here. Also, on behalf of SLUSA, and I welcome all of you who have been all the way from very far, the Jaffna and all other districts, as well as all the universities here for being with us and to going to have a wonderful day and to share the wonderful memories or the wonderful events of this very important day, which are being celebrated worldwide today. So being the member on affiliated member of this FISU, the International Federation of University Sports, we are so pleased and so privileged to welcome you all and to celebrate this first ever wonderful day in Sri Lanka. Very warm welcome to all of you, and I'm so sure you are going to enjoy this day. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, madam. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to welcome you to the IDUS celebrations in a more colorful way, with an aesthetic embrace by a traditional fusion, solely by the dancing troupe of the University of California. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome the styles of Kandyan, Pahatarata, Sabaragamo, and Bharatanatyam from the dancing troupe of University of California.
digi to dom da na da digi to dom da na